So come on in, take a sip, let's wind down, and I made a treat today. This is just a coffee cocktail a la Christopher. In other words, make some really, really thick, heavy espresso with a French press. Add some amarula sweet cream to it, or whatever kind of creamy, whatever delicious goodness you might have. And then I like to add a little bit of Frangelico to the end for that hazelnut kick. And so for like 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday, I got nowhere to drive, nothing to do, but I kind of want to suppress my appetite until about 5 or 6. This is the perfect way to go about it. It really is. Nice and chocolatey. Don't usually go for sweets, but every now and then, this is the kind of thing that makes me very happy. It's just happiness in a crystal bell. Okay, so let's hop into our grid and see what we got today. We have a John Kugelman. I mean, this guy's the king of Sundays. I mean, he really is. Edited by Will Shorts, so one little last batch of Solver's Courage. And let's get into this grid. See what we got today. So a shopper's thrill. Fresh, 5 letters, start with sassy, see what we got. Ew, yuck or yuck, I don't know. Space heater. Well, there's a question mark, I don't know. Why don't we just go with the sun and see what happens there. Excites or annoys, and I guess we could have peaks with that. So I think we got a yech. A yech. And in a big way, oh, maybe hugely. Don't want to go down the rabbit hole here, so let me just see. Oh, so precious, maybe twee. Love that word. Never get a chance to use it. A tress of hair. Body of water that was once the world's 4th largest lake, and I think that's the Aral Sea. I've actually been there. Atlantis and others. Is this an H? Vulgarity could be raunch. So I think raunch. Okay. I think we could be talking about shuttles, as in space shuttles. Tempest in a teapot. Okay, well, let's try to get something going in order here. I've kind of got myself off on a wild goose chase here already today. I'm going to go with a latte for a copy shop order. Instruments with large bells. Speaking of bells, maybe tubas. Pot growers. Oh, maybe bets, as in antes. Okay, got it. Classifies, maybe assorts. That's becoming another one that's pretty common these days. I think it's really kind of crazy to think of that. I mean, it's becoming very common now. Count scene in the breakfast aisle. Kind of goes with my drink, I guess. How about Count Chocula? I can't imagine. Sackfly, maybe. Mid-flight announcements, maybe ETAs. Okay, oh my god, jackpot. Okay. Shopper's thrill could be a spree. Now that makes sense. Poetics, palindromic preposition. What is this? Some computer-generated images nowadays, AI art. Okay, makes sense. Okay, I mean, that does make sense, doesn't it? Right? AI art, it seems to be the everything from today. Cry of cringe. Was it yuch? But we've already got that over here with yuch. I don't know. Clock part could be a cog. I don't know. The masses. Animated file type could be a GIF. So the masses could be hoi polloi. You know, this is not going to be polloi. This is not an easy grid. I feel like this is feels like a Thursday, Friday kind of a routine here. Cry of cringe could maybe be oof. Oof. So, oh my God, it's jackpot. Squeal off. Punching sounds, and the comics could be pows. Yeah, wham, bam, all that stuff from Batman in the day. Smart alecky, I guess he can be a wise guy. Actress, singer of Footloose, and that is Lori Singer. I rewatched the original Footloose recently. Maybe altitudes. For elevations, but yeah, I couldn't believe the violence, male on female stuff. Like, that was in the 1980s. I remember seeing the movie when it was brand new. I went to the theater and it was really kind of hard for me to believe that was somehow acceptable. Strange. Label. I mean, it was never acceptable to hit a member of the opposite sex. I mean, I don't know, but it was a real wake-up call just to watch it. This is so good. Deep, dark ocean caverns, and those would be blue holes. I'll never forget watching Jacques Cousteau go into one. Oh, hundreds of feet deep. Crazy. So I guess instead of the wheel of fortune, this could be the squeal of fortune. All right. Equivalent to 1 billion years in geo. Bad thing to be caught in alive. Very nice. Okay. Great Lakes mnemonic. Okay, well that would be Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, Superior, Holmes, Mice Hunters, Hawkish, something strapped for cash, Go-kart. Okay, well, just looking for something that's a gimme. Great Leap Forward leader, and then we're talking about Mao. And feudal worker could be a serf. So now I'm thinking hawkish could be pro-war. And mice hunters, okay, owls. Makes sense. I'm right where my mind's going. I like it when my mind's going in the right places. Go-kart could be a racer. Something strapped for cash. Tempest in a teapot. Command plus Q on a Mac would be to quit. Journalists quote sources. Good signs and stock reports would be rises. Okay, so I guess a strap for cash could be a purse. That's awfully clever. I love it. Very well done there, John Kugelman. FaceTime alternative could be to Skype. Cigarette purchases could be packs. Some college students quaintly. Wow, when memories of my own college existence are now considered quaint. And we had co-eds. Nautical greeting. Oh God, there's nothing that gets more trite, more of a commonplace banality if you go on a cruise. It's, oh, ahoy, sailor. Okay, I'm more of a cruiser here, just kind of chilling out and drinking and eating and yeah, okay. Ahoy, sailor, thank you. Blank Lakshmi hosts a TV station, and that's isn't that Padma? Elements of pay-per-click campaigns. I guess we're talking about ads here. Brought in big bucks. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe made bank? Maybe I better check that B, though. Org whose employees wear badges, and I'm assuming we're talking about the FBI. Bitter brews for short. IPAs. Bad thing to be caught in could be a trap. Okay, well, I'm feeling like we've got something going on here good. Scrumptious, but not so healthful carnival snacks. And I don't know. Full steam ahead, more nautical humor there. I'm going to go with deep fried something. And we'll see if that all works. And I think here we've got the Great Squall of China. With the Squeal of Fortune and the Great Squall of China. Very nice. So the name, the theme again is square to begin. So I guess where to begin. I'm liking it. Okay, beaten at their own game. Oniony vegetables, heavy leeks. I love cooking with those things. Family group could be a clan. And so challah bread feature is a braid. You know, I made challah for 2 or 3 Passovers in a row. That's a lot of work, but it is fun to braid them out. The egg wash, the whole 9 yards, just getting it just right, you know. Hollywood's Portia de Rossi, I do believe. Yawning, say, could be bored. So souvenir from the Sea of Tranquility, say, would be a moon rock. Roger, Tranquility. Roger, Tranquility. I always pretended I was in the Sea of Tranquility as a child. I was going to be an astronaut one day. So much for that. Gorilla who famously learned sign language, and that was Coco. If you've never seen any documentaries or any factoids on Coco the gorilla, it's fascinating. We learned how to sign language very rudimentarily, of course. I mean, we weren't parsing through, you know, Russian argos or anything, but it was still pretty impressive, right, for the time. And I've still to this day, I think a Kanga's kiddo would be a roo, and a dingo ate my kangaroo. Barbecue bits. Sound from some freshly cleaned floors. No idea. Yo-yo like toy with a devilish sounding name. I have no idea. I think these are probably Coles though, so trash. Host of the 2022 World Cup. That's still kind of a funny thing. I hear, because first of all, they couldn't have any beer at the Qatar World Cup, and that really turned into some issues. Trash, yeah, I think to toss. Okay, so maybe Coles. I got a little hung up on that because for some reason in the South where I'm from, well, the Southwest, I'm really not from the South at all. If you're from Texas, you got to go north to Arkansas to get to the South, right? But we always had like grilled corn. So I was thinking Cobb's maybe. I don't know. It would have been too short anyway. I don't even know what I was thinking with that. Mea culpa. Horseshoe-shaped pipe fasteners. That is maybe U-bolt. You know, they come in those things, you stick it around the pipe and you bolt it to something like a piece of wood, a stud or something. So I think we got deep fried Oreos here. I've never had one, but now I kind of feel like I need one. So yeah, I'm going to put in U-bolt because I see this is kind of spelling out for us. The yo-yo with the devilish sounding name. I've never even heard of this before. A Diabolo. I mean, it's devilish sounding, sure, but never heard of it. Don't even know what it does. It's yo-yo like. I mean, does it look like a yo-yo, but does it act like something else? I don't know. Not just mine, ours. Or when you get to make faces for a camera mug, when you get so deep into a marriage as, 30 plus years as I am, right? You just learn over time that what's when I think like my wife would probably could legitimately say something like what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine. And that would make sense. She wouldn't say that, but that's the reality. It really is. Because not that, that's even the law or anything like that. It's just the way I feel. It's yours. Swimbo. She who must be obeyed. Swimbo, right? That's kind of how I feel. If I had to guess, Sound from some freshly cleaned floors. Okay, more refined. And Loma Linda, maybe? Monthly utility bill. If I had to guess, gosh, I'm going to have to put in something here. I'm going to go with odds are. Feels the most likely. Heighten could be to build. Yes, yes. So maybe the monthly utility bill is electricity. And so I guess the freshly cleaned floors would be a pledge squeak versus a pledge week. And again, what an odd little theme, but fun, right? I mean, just fun. More refined could be purer. I'm guessing. I mean, Michael Jordan's nickname with his airness. What a fabulous nickname. Though I have been called the Bob Ross of crosswords. I don't remember which of our community members of dedicated cruciverbalists called me that, but I'll tell you what, it stuck. Now I just wish I had that great hair to go with it. What many freelancers work on, I'm assuming we're talking specs, so money under the mattress as an example. So I'm gonna figure we probably got capital here, and they make sounds when they're tickled, backslid, say, maybe reverted. And I really kind of feel thankful that we had that, had the spelling, that we had the letters that we did, because I probably would have put relapsed if I hadn't known. Beethoven's third would be heroic, huh? Hindu honorifics, I think we're talking Shrees. Germs could be seeds. And that's a nice way to think of that too, germs. An idea, seed of an idea, right? You know, it's really wonderful. What Sidney Poitier's character famously came to in a 1967 film, and that is dinner. Flies out of sight, perhaps soars. Yeah, no, this grid today is no joke. I mean, this is not a joking manner by any stretch whatsoever. This is a crazy, crazy grid. I'm loving it though. Language mutually intelligible with time. I think we're talking about Lao. Tied up could be laced. Another very clever clue. Cartoon collector's collection maybe sells. Wood joint piece, and I think we're talking a tenon. And I better get that right because my stepdad, my Fati, might be irritated if I did not. He's like a master woodworker, and I'd better know that. They make sounds when they're tickled, and I guess we're talking about piano keys. Ivories, I love it. Hazard cleanup and brief, maybe a decon. And beard type, maybe a Van Dyke. Slack or Zoom, I'm assuming an app. Downton Abbey Network, I guess PBS. Was that the original network? It sure seems like it'd be something that would be on BBC or something. I mean, I don't know. Fudge the facts, maybe to fib. Diet for the defeated. I can't tell you how many times I've had to have a slice of humble pie in my life, especially Monday through Saturday when I'm doing the Guardian grid. Ooh, you talk about just yank slap central there for me. Leather working tools, going with alls. Aspirations. I'm trying to watch the movie. I hear this a lot too. Mea culpa. I said shh. Disculpe. Lo siento. Entschuldigung. Es tut mir leid. Je suis désolé. Okay, aspirations could be hopes. Broccoli Rob. So repeat something clever as parrots might. So instead of walk a fine line, squawk a fine line. That's awesomeness. Status quo. I'm guessing we're going to have our U here. Boat equipment for removing water on board. And I do believe this is a bilge pump. Well, I mean, I know it is, but we don't know for sure that's what the constructor's going for. Pray tell. And I always say that. Could be, it is perhaps, even though it's like pretty clear that that's what it's going to be. But then I'm like, what if it's something else? It's a trick and I don't want to have egg in my face, right? You know, I mean, I don't mind being wrong, but I don't want to be wrong, right? You know. Watchman Rider Moore, I think that's Alan. Pasta, often cut at an angle, of course. It's just be penne, right? Penne is just, it's in the zeitgeist now, right? You know, it is in what we're doing, right? You know, it's just going to show up in our grids. It's just gonna. Ich bin, we got a quote from President Kennedy. Ich bin ein Berliner. Cialis alternative. Ooh, got to get them little blue pills in. Many a road tripper, informally, and I'm assuming we're going for an RVer. And a weapon whose name is an acronym. What do you think, a taser or a laser? I mean, I don't know. They're both acronyms. Currency in 7 American countries and 1 Asian, and I guess we're talking about pesos. And Facebook has more than 3 billion users. Toffee candy bar. When I ate candy as a child, I loved a Score bar as much as I loved the Heath bar. It didn't matter. If you went into the store and you grabbed one of those, I was a happy camper. Gesundheit prompter. It's a chew. I think that's great. Style sported by Theodore Roosevelt and Mark Twain. Interesting. Religious gym goer on leg day. Forehead slapping shouts, I guess. Oh, well, let's see if it's going to be an R or aha, right? You know, I don't know. Typical Passover month. Speaking of challah, right? So I guess these are ahas. I have no need to put the Yiddish spin on that. Ahas. No, it's okay. So religious gym goer on leg. I guess we're talking about a holy squatter. So maybe instead of holy water. Very clever grid. I'm loving it very much. Raggedy doll, maybe Raggedy Ann. Outfit. Oh, to outfit, maybe to equip. Got it. And it took me a second. Ooh. Many clay relics could be urns. Mysterious qualities, perhaps auras. And you really are getting into the numinous there, aren't we? It does seem to happen. People have a certain aura about them, right? You know. Whimsically imaginative as a writing cliche, maybe an old trope. And I guess this is a walrus mustache, which I don't think I've ever seen in a grid before. Ever. Been doing these for over 30 years now. I don't think I've ever seen that. Mean little suckers. Ticks. Greek letter, that's the symbol for torque. Yatal. Okay, I think we do. We got ourselves a ticks, and they are some mean little suckers, aren't they? Parasailing, water polo as an example, so perhaps aquatics. And we have a taser now, so okay. Word before or after down, and I guess, you know, before pat down, TSA line, down pat. What we're all striving to get to with our crossword. Car sticker number, perhaps we're talking about the manufacturer's suggested retail price. Meyer, who directed Faster, Pussycat, Kill, Kill, and that would be Russ. Perhaps. Money under the mattress, maybe Squirreled Capital. World Cap. Wow, okay. I don't feel like I fat fingered something, but if I have, you are not yelling loud enough into your device to let me know that. And now I'm gonna have to go through and find it if I did, and I'm sorry. Whimsically imaginative, maybe Cin-Cin. That's nice. I don't think I've seen that in a grid either. Well done, John Kugelman. Well done. Scorch could be to sear. Oozes, perhaps seeps. And they're around for the long haul, maybe semis. Oh, let's just hope that I did this okay. How do we do, Bob? Okay, well, good. I didn't make a third point of contact out of myself. I really hate it when I fat finger stuff, but I get into a gate. And I just work through the grid, and I'm kind of liking the rhythm. I'm liking how the answers are coming to me. Once I see, okay, the level of difficulty and just the type of challenge I'm really facing, and then I can slowly kind of build into a rhythm, and it just makes the whole experience more fun. But as it is, even though I can touch type, I've proven it to myself over and over again. Half the time I'm watching these videos just saying, like, I wasn't even looking at the keyboard. But if I think about it, then I'm looking at the keyboard. And I just don't type well. And as a result, sometimes I fat finger something, and then you don't catch the across, the intersections because of, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, kismet, fortuitous junctures in my life. I have no idea, but I'm just so glad when I don't actually fat finger something. But this was an enormous grid, as are all Sundays, but this was just a fabulously well-constructed grid. John Kugelman, you knocked it out of the ballpark, as has become usual, and this has got to be like maybe your 10th grid, and it seems like I'm only seeing your name on Sundays, so well done, sir. Very well done. Bravo. I don't know what else to say. I mean, honestly, it is just nothing shy of brilliant. So, boy, keep sending these in, right? We'll go ahead and bring down our Benier de Adieu and call this a juncture. It's always a pleasure to be here and to wake up in the morning and read comments. I got some wonderful comments last night. When I woke up this morning and finally got moving, got out of bed, and I don't exactly rush on Sundays to get out of bed because I know that no place is going to be open for espresso until 9 a.m. So if I wake up at 7:30, I'm likely to turn on the TV and just lay there and veg. I'll get up and brush my teeth because I'm a nut about that, and then I'll go lay back down again and just wait until about 8:30 before I shower and then go have espresso. I can make espresso here as evidenced by my cocktail, but it's like a sandwich. Like my friend Sandy Teramian told me a long time ago, the best sandwich is one that somebody else makes for you. I couldn't agree more. Well, it's the same with an espresso. Yes, I've got a nice machine, I got nice stuff here, I can do that, but it's not the same as going and sitting down and having a double espresso. And in Germany, that'll run you about €3, about $3.20 or so. So why would I make my own, right? Just go have it somewhere else. And it's always it's one of my favorite activities on a Sunday or Saturdays and Sunday mornings or any day off. Like tomorrow morning, I'll do the same thing. I'll get up and I'll go have an espresso. And it's just wonderful I don't have to be at work until Tuesday, so it kind of makes sense. But I just love sitting there. I open up my iPad and I look at the YouTube Studio app, and then I see where these comments come through. And it's just so nice to sit down and write you back and just to say something as basic as, hey, first of all, let me add to that thought, right? Whatever. Having a conversation with people who are part of this community means the world to me. I love connecting with you. And so please always shoot me notes. You can send an email if you want it to be more private. You don't want to share with the whole world, but I love reading your comments. I appreciate the likes and I appreciate the new subscribers more than you'll ever know. So thank you for all of that. And until tomorrow, when we'll see you for the Monday grids in both the New York Times and the Guardian, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Grüß Gott. Ciao. Cin-Cin. Be well out there, and we will talk with you soon. Cheers.